Hey guys, welcome back. Time to catch up on the whatnot scams that are going down. Does it surprise anyone that we have a backlog of whatnot scammers who are scamming people? Some of them banned, some of them not banned, some of them probably should be banned. But let's take a look here at whatnot is sending out. This looks like a blanket copy pasta. And the funniest part of the whole thing, you can read it if you want, but we usually have a vetting process, but I'd like to fast track you, is the funniest thing I've ever heard, because the vetting process is not very existent, in my opinion, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, where people are just in a call with a whole bunch of people to get them onboarded, to get them selling on the platform. And that's why there are so many scammers on there, so many returning scammers that were banned before. If you looked into it at all, you'd probably be able to figure out that, hey, this person was banned for scamming before, or this person is a minor and shouldn't be on the platform selling anything. I don't get it. Maybe a criminal background check would be cool, so that you don't have crimers selling people, scamming people, whatever it might be. All right, let's get into it. Now that we got that joke out of the way, we got a Poke Central scam where we got a $9 wheel spin that lands on a TeSlab, but instead this person gets just a grade 10 slab. Let's take a look at the clip.
I'm trying to put this order in. I need a thing that's taller.
They have a physical wheel, I guess.
Arizona back in.
Why that's allowed and why they don't think that can be easily rigged is a question that we will have to ask ourselves many times.
Man. Give me 1 second.
New prison.
Yeah. I need to write his name down too, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, Mortarman. Got a great
For
who?
For Arizona.
Nice. Let me get back to his prison real quick.
Got a great 10.
God, I hope the audio is not copyrighted. If it is, I'm going to have to chop some up.
For $9 is crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. That's pretty freaking crazy. Alright.
You know what would be more crazy? The prize that they were supposed to win.
Did he show Gilly his prison real quick? We got 2 of my favorite artworks. We got the firework Pokemon, and then we got Pikachu eating his lunch. I'm going to put these in the top loaders. Of course, this one has a Charizard on the back, by the way.
Right now, Pirate, there's not. We ran out of the specific chase ones, so now they're just all grade 10s.
Little blueberries.
Why is it still on the wheel?
Nah, he's eating his little...
Yeah, that is crazy. Arizona's got a grade 10, though, for $9. But yeah, there was a difference earlier in the night. We only had like 3 TeSlabs, so they got pulled.
We didn't have them left, alright. So, graded 10 slab for who?
That's for Arizona.
Bet. Ouch. Ooh, we got an Alcremie from Brilliant Stars at a grade 10.
Got a bulk IR.
That's Sword and Shield era, yeah.
From a grading company that I didn't even know existed until this video.
Crown Zenith is in that set.
We're doing a buyers only givey right now.
So, buyers only givey.
So shares.
That sounds suspicious. So the fast forwarding here is because the whatnot platform is fucking trash in terms of, even if you have access to the VOD,
$11.
scrubbing through is a fucking nightmare.
Alright, let's see, that's
probably on purpose.
Oh crap. Set that down.
Let's see what's gonna be in here. Surely it's gonna be something juicy, right?
See what we got.
Alright, Harrison won the spin wheel.
Yeah, for $11. Oh, we got it upside down. We got a Vaporeon from Prismatic Evolutions at a grade 10.
You got a bulk hollow.
Spin wheel. This is so nice. Yeah, it was indeed. We got an...
Finish.
I thought we were done with the grading companies that aren't actually grading companies.
We love supporting local companies.
Oh, they love supporting local.
Alright, we got Superstar. Should we put another TeSlab on the wheel soon? I might have another one I can throw on the wheel a little bit.
Oh, you do have another one,
now
but the person that won couldn't have it.
So we ran out the actual TeSlabs, so it's grade 10s right now. Grade 10s are these TeSlabs. Same thing.
It's not the same thing. You just said it wasn't.
10 finish.
Vintage, that goes up to...
In a little bit, I'm going to add another chase slab to the wheel.
What the
Here
fuck?
is 10 vintage right here.
At least high. If you're gonna rig the game, if you're going to not have what's on the wheel.
This is going to be the next one. Let me show you. I don't know if I can get it out of the box. I dropped it. I think this is going to be the next one.
Dragonite 1.
What do you guys think? You guys want that
Supposedly the
Grade
chase.
1 Dark Dragonite from Rocket. That card raw is like $75.
In one condition?
We had a graded 10 Charizard earlier.
Maybe.
Yeah, we had a grade 10 PSA Charizard earlier. I wouldn't swap it with this one. I don't even know if we're putting this in the chase slabs yet. Right now,
What the hell? What? You can't make that shit up. And you think like, oh, these guys got to be new, right? No. Also, like, what the fuck is this? Do not, just because the companies are backed up, your PSAs and whatever are backed up, do not grade with companies that this is not going to add any value to the card. It's bad enough even from the bigger brands. Yes, they do a lot of wrong things. That can add value to your card. But sometimes if you're grading the wrong stuff, it doesn't. Do not grade with XYZ LMNOP grading, please and thank you. So the Whatnot account is still very existent. Apparently they were not punished for the clip that we just watched. And this is not somebody small or new, or they have a pretty big following on TikTok, decent following on the YouTube, and they're on there with a game that you're paying money to play. Again, casino style game that you're spinning a wheel to get a prize, and the big prize is not even there until he decides, oh yeah, we'll put it back on. That's so fucking stupid. Now, speaking of stupid, we have TeSlabs coming back here. Lesson learned featuring TeSlabs. This is from Safe Lingonberry 848, who says, I'm a newish buyer on Whatnot, getting back into Pokemon after a 2-year pause. I bought a sealed pack for $10 on Whatnot from this infamous seller. Didn't know his crappy rep before buying from him until I googled his name, and it came in the mail. Already opened and searched. Of course, no hits either. Thankfully, Whatnot refunded me, and I plan on just sticking with singles and avoiding this dude from now on, but I just wanted to put this out there if anyone had similar experience or to help people avoid this dude. I think you should just avoid Whatnot altogether. That's probably in your best interest. But yeah, do a search before you're doing deals with anyone. If you go to YouTube and you type in Rattle Pokemon and then the name of whoever you're dealing with, you would find out, hey, this guy fakes giveaways, and not only does he fake giveaways, one of their employees took part in stealing, allegedly, $30,000 worth of items from the Postal Service. Crazy, right? From UPS. Nice. Who would have thought? And who would have thought that they are a larger seller on Whatnot, and Whatnot has done nothing about it? Surprise, surprise. Speaking of criminals, this is a wild one. We got a video clip here where usually if you have a criminal past, you're probably not bringing it up on stream, but on Whatnot, it is the rodeo clown show, whatever you want to call it. And we got not only vaping on camera, which is not allowed around the product and when you're selling, but we also got... Let's just watch it.
Go get my vape. Cannot live without the vape. Anyways, is there anybody in here that I know from federal prison, maybe? Any of my Fed girls in here?
That's a wild statement. Wild question to be asking on Whatnot. So I guess the vetting process doesn't even need to exist. All they got to do is look for clips where these people admit to being criminals. Wild. Next, what do we got? We got another little piece here that indicates that the vetting process is not working and or does not exist. They say, Cartoon BMM says, this is something I'm starting to see daily on Whatnot now. These kids were basically scamming people. They were switching out cards and upping the price. As you can see in this video, they were just goofing around the whole time. People were actually bidding, and anyone who tried to warn others would get banned. Not surprised.
All right, bet $1 for neighbors. $1 for neighbors. Ready? 3.
Y'all gotta run this up, though. Y'all gotta run this up.
I guess they have parental supervision.
Go!
It's $1.
Oh no! We
We accidentally pressed extra zeros.
Yeah, we're sorry, guys. We're sorry.
We
We'll
meant to
rerun
put
this for $1.
1.000.
Yeah, we meant to put
Sorry,
1.000.
sorry. That's on us.
That's on us. We'll rerun this. Just
But you can buy the rescue ram for 10K.
All right, so I guess they're trying to get people to bid right away. They're saying it's $1 and they add a bunch of zeros to the dollar. I know, guys, it doesn't get any better. At least they were banned, though. Whatnot did something about this. When it's a smaller seller who is doing nothing but scamming, I guess they can get rid of them. That's the barrier to being removed. If you're not making the money, which in this case they wouldn't be, you can get removed. Now, if you want to support me, do not. I'm not going to be on Whatnot. I'm not going to sell you stuff. I'm not going to shield bid. I'm not going to rig wheel spins. I'm not going to sell you shitty mystery products. I don't care. I don't like any of that stuff. I think you should avoid it. We got the link tree. If you want to support, do not send me money. I'd rather you guys get something that you want, get something that you want to enjoy, and get a good deal on it while you're at it. We got PSA, Pikachu, Sakura's Card Shop, Card Market, Buy. We got a free 25 boners from Catch 'em All Collectibles, collector app for tracking your collection, bunch of discount codes for the stuff that I use and recommend, bunch of stuff that if you take a couple extra seconds to click it before you're shopping for the things you're going to buy anyway, you can support that channel in that way. Speaking of supporting the channel, thank you very much to Card Market for sponsoring. Now, back to the scams, back to the Whatnot scams. We have Pocverse OG scamming live right now. And this is a pretty standard scam. They're live. Accomplished Case 8790 says they are live doing a surprise set, and half of the stuff they are displaying isn't even on the wheel. These clowns got 3 prismatic ETBs in the back and only 1 on the wheel. Shit is crazy. Go check it out. So this is pretty standard. Sometimes they'll load the wheel up so much that you can't even really see what the fuck is on it. Sometimes they don't have to use a wheel because they don't have it supported on all platforms from the streaming end. What a fucking clown show. Again, all this money coming in, the scam dollars that is being pumped into Whatnot, you would think that they would have some money to refine their platform to make it easier to catch these scammers, and or at least do a little bit of vetting. Sufficient vetting at the beginning when you let people on the platform. So they did get rid of them as well. That's pretty cool. Pokemon seller TexasTX_collectible sent me a top loader with no cards. That's some pretty standard shit. Did Whatnot do anything about it? Has everyone been refunded? And this is like you're scamming for like the worst of the worst here. I mean, most of this is pretty inexpensive. They say, Broad Enthusiasm 4856 says, I was scrolling on Whatnot and saw this guy doing $1 starts and had good reviews, so I bought some Japanese singles for under market. Super stoked to finally receive my package just for the seller to send a singular top loader with no cards inside. Messaged him with no response and currently waiting for Whatnot support to do their thing. Either this guy is a master scammer or biggest mix-up of all time. But my faith in humanity is low. No, they don't accidentally send you that. The account is gone. Hopefully everyone got refunded. So I don't know why you have to. This should be on their end. Whatnot should, on their end, be like, okay, this guy was scamming. He scammed all this stuff. Any negative reviews, or even just blanket refund everything. It's on you. You vet the seller. Be responsible for the seller. Otherwise, there's no point in your platform whatsoever. People might as well go get ripped off on a Facebook group with the gambling there. We got Card Strip or Cards Trip, another scammer. Bought 4 auctions from Card Strip and was immediately messaged by another viewer saying, watch out, this guy doesn't ship. I checked the reviews and there were tons of similar stories of non-shipment, wrong cards, no mags, or just sent in an envelope with no protection. I waited for 8 days before I requested a refund. It took them 4 days to respond to my request. He's still running shows, but shipping nothing. It's weird how long these guys can actually ship nothing. And it doesn't look like they've even been banned. That's pretty wild. So here we got, I guess the most important point here. We got did not get it and such, but also got 2 overpriced cards, and he didn't send in the givey of a 1/1 Austin Henry. So that's the thing too, is just the giveaway scams are real. The people that are saying they're giving stuff away often are not giving anything away. We saw that with TeSlabs. And guess what? Whatnot is not going to do anything to them if they make the money. They're just going to, they're going to be like, oh, sorry, there's no dollar value associated with that giveaway. There is, because it was used as advertising. It was used as promotion. It's often used in illegal sweepstakes on the platform in order to get you to purchase. But then they don't even have to ship it. Whatnot will be like, oh, here's $10 credit. Don't worry about that thing that you were supposed to win that's very expensive. Some people have had success messaging the CEO on LinkedIn, which is fucking ridiculous. All right. 2 more for you guys. 1 more for you guys. Last one for you guys. Whatnot scammer with a new account. So here, again, like if you're vetting your sellers, you can't tell that it's the same person that's coming back. You don't have like a list that you go through where you're like, hey, this is probably the same person. Hey, when we jumped on a call with this guy and saw his face, it's the same guy that was on there scamming before. So e-wrecked, I mean, yes, you're going to get wrecked if you're buying from many of these Whatnot sellers. I do think the majority of them are scamming you in some way. My apologies to all the people that are not scamming on there, that are trying to do it the honest way. You guys should be more upset than I am that Whatnot is allowing this to happen, because it makes you look bad by association. We got Odyssey Cards, JB Poke King, now new name is eRec TCG. So you came back once, okay, yeah, maybe they missed him that first time, but then he came back again. Has scammed people out of thousands of dollars. Do please comment if you have been scammed by this seller. And that's the thing, you got to make all the customers whole. You should be doing that immediately. If they want to have faith in your platform and your ability to refund people, I mean, they still shouldn't, because we saw the Blake stuff, and many of those victims of the rigged gambling that was heavily promoted by Whatnot and ran by Blake Martinez's rigged gambling organization. How do you not send out blanket refunds for that? And how do you put out a statement that you refunded everyone impacted when you hadn't refunded anyone at that point? Pretty gross stuff. These guys got swiped, removed. Will he be back on another account to rip you off next time? Probably. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great Saturday, guys. Join the Discord. We got the restock notifications in there. They're free, unlike the other guys that charge $20 or more for that shit. Fuck them. They can stick it up their ass. Later.